Please state your full name and the name of your operation.
I'm Stephen Paulser. My business is Paulser Brothers. I also am president of a family corporation named WH Paulser Farms Inc. That's named after my grandfather from way back in the early 1900s.
Steve, how long have you been in operation?
Well, I'm third generation on the family farm, and like I said a minute ago, my grandfather moved here in, I think, 1918 and moved into this house in 1924. And so he raised his family, and I've raised my family here on the farm. So they incorporated their farm in 1968. And so I was born in '59, which I've basically been a part of the family business of one sort for most of my life.
What conservation practices are you utilizing to conserve natural resources?
Well, I currently use the irrigation management. We strip till. We've evolved from full tillage, plowing, and no residue on the soil, to now having strip till and leaving an abundance of residue, which helps in many facets of conservation, whether it be in water management, herbicides. It is just we've been a family that was somewhat progressive in that the mindset of if a little's good, a lot isn't better. So you have to work through that and find where the balance is in all of that.
What impacts do you hope to make, or how have these management practices made a difference for your operation?
Well, if you, and like I said earlier, if you're a good steward, you'll have an impact. People will see what you do. They will be influenced by what you do, and so to be in agriculture, I think you have to have some faith, and so without that, you're a living example of what stewardship, what conservation is all about.
What motivates you to follow conservation practices?
Well, it kind of come natural to me because of the examples that I've had, and when I think of the word conservation, I think more so of the word stewardship, and so I was taught to be a good steward, and so they kind of go hand in hand. And if you're a good steward of what God gave you, then you'll be a conservationist.
Do you encourage your family or friends to consider conservation practices?
I think, again, it goes along with being a godly example, and God set the example of what stewardship or conservation is all about, and He wants us to take care of what He created. And so if you're living it, your family will know about it.
Steve, we're coming to a close here. Is there any other additional information you'd like to add?
Well, again, I love what I do. My dad said to me years ago, you're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. You don't reach a point where you're status quo. Even if you think you're not moving forward, or if you're in status quo, you're probably going backwards. And so I try to just keep that in mind when it comes to the aspects of my life.
Thank you so very much, Steve. And again, congratulations to receiving the 2024 Conservation Farm Award.
Thank you.
you.